Hey guys, this is Otto Gaming. This is going to be another Infinite Magicraid video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about top 10 best exclusive ones in the game, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen or what I have tested so far. If you see something in here, if you see somebody that I forgot to mention, make sure you leave it in the comments below. So, next time when I'm going to do an updated one, I can, I can add them to the list in case, I brought somebody in that shouldn't be in the list, or, in case I forgot somebody, I'm going to think about how I'm going to change it, because this is, in my opinion, for January 2023, these are the best 10 people that are worth exclusiving one. What I mean by that, I mean the fact that, when you get a legend hero, each of them has the opportunity to get an exclusive, and that changes their kit somehow or changes their quality as a hero. So, for example, there's plenty ones that are good, but maybe they get so much better at exclusive 2 or exclusive 3. I'm simply focusing on the exclusive one because, one, you might have gotten your legend Phantom Dragon Eye, for example, from the Christmas event, or maybe you're passing your campaign quest and you get that Legend Phantom Dragon Eye and you're thinking like, okay, who should I use it on? In this video though, I'm not going to talk about people like Catherine, which you can only get from Tower of Mark campaign quest or 3-star campaign, or I'm not going to talk about people like Agatha, which you can only get from Faction Abyss. I'm specifically talking about people that can have Legend Phantom Dragon Eyes used on themselves. Like, there are some other ones that would have made the list, but they're, exclusive heroes, or they were limited time ones, such as Nicholas, that was for Christmas. He's definitely busted if you give him exclusive one, or, if you get him higher. So I'm not talking about those ones, but I'm talking about people that you can pull through wishes, or you already got him through the wishes and you can, use the Phantom Legend Dragon Eye on him. But yeah, let's get into the video. Again, like I said, these are top 10 best in my opinion, and if you disagree, just, sustain from flaming, just leave it in the comments below, and, I'm definitely open to suggestions and definitely open to changing this top 10. But let's start with the ones that we actually have an event coming this Friday, and that's from the Dragon Tribe. So we have this Friday coming Dragon Tribe, the rate up, which gives us an opportunity to get some of those ones. Well, there's 2 of them that you can get that are in the rate up that are definitely busted. So the first one we're going to talk about is obviously, like, if you've been playing this for a while, you already know this. If not, you're going to learn now. Hezonja. Hezonja is actually the best one, in my opinion. Like, from all these ones, I feel like Hezonja is the best. Definitely worth it to get the exclusive one, because his ultimate, his AoE HP burn, turns into, hey, let me move myself to the side, a HP burn activation. So what does this mean? That means if you pair Hezonja with somebody else that does an AoE HP burn, such as Quinlan, Sigmund, Melia, or anybody else that puts an HP burn AoE, he goes there, he puts his layer of HP burn, and then explodes them, or like straight up triggers them, activates those HP burns, which can deal massive damage. Like, he's in the top teams for the sake of dungeons when you're trying to hit higher levels, like 26, 27 to 30. He's in most of the best teams when we're talking about the guild boss. Maybe after you get to like guild boss 6, he's, you take him out for raw damage, but still, he is insane for the sake of progress, for the sake of nuking, for the sake of overall damage. He's definitely worth deserving the number 1 spot, in my opinion. Again, if you disagree, leave it in the comments below. The next one that I'm gonna mention are in no particular order, just, the ones that I think are definitely deserve that role. Another really good one, and that's again on the rate up this Friday. Actually, I think this video might come out after, this video might come out after that rate up or during that one. Never mind, ignore what I said about the rate up. But another one is Nasiel. Basically, why he's so good with exclusive one is because of, what is it? This one. Nasiel casts Ice Giant immediately at the beginning of each wave. He's immune to death when the fatal damage taken, meanwhile restores his HP by the percentage. Its effect can only take effect up to once per wave. So the reason why this one's so good is because if you don't have him exclusive one, you kind of want to make him fast, you want to give him tons of effect hit, you want to give him lots of HP, and that makes him kind of hard to build, and he's not that good. As soon as you give him exclusive one, he just shoots up through the ranks and he's insane. Basically, if you use him in arena as an example, when you go in, he straight up does this and gets a turn, and he goes with the A2 and straight up freezes everybody. So that makes him busted. Not only for arena, if you use him for the sake of dungeons, for example, he can be a perfect CC champion, a perfect crowd control champion that will straight up freeze the waves for you, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about building that much speed on him. You just worry about giving him effect hit and HP. Like, honestly, I would even say just ignore the speed. If you get some speed subsets randomly, good. If not, just don't care about it, but only if you have him exclusive one. Like, he's definitely one that's insane, and, you know, definitely worth investing in. Let me see another one that's in here that, you know, she might have gone a little bit down the ranks, you know, when it comes to the top 10, but I still believe Melia's deserving to be in the top 10, because what happens when you get the exclusive one is Valkyrie status lasts for one more turn. What does this mean? This means that she will always have Valkyrie on. So she cast the Valkyrie, and then she, this one's active for 3 turns. If it goes for another turn, that's 4 turns. This one goes on a 5-turn cooldown, but because of the extra turn, you will always have that Valkyrie on her. So as soon as you have an exclusive one, she will always have that on, and you know, her skills turn when she goes into Valkyrie, and then she becomes just an amazing hero. So definitely worth, one of the ones that are worth getting exclusive one, even the exclusive 2 as well, because when she does that, she casts the HP burn AoE. But we're just talking about the exclusive ones right now, so that's for Melee. Let me see, anybody else that I have on the list from the Dragon Tribe? No, that's it. Let's move on to the next one. Another one that I have tested a little bit, but not that exclusive one, but I've seen other people test him, and he becomes kind of amazing, and that's Body. Body can actually do some solid damage with his ultimate, because he has those bullets as well from the passive that he can do some crazy stuff. But what happens when he gets exclusive one, he gains additional crit damage up to 100%, additional crit damage equal to 60% of his mastery when a battle starts. So what makes this so good is basically you don't worry about building crit damage or crit rate on him. You just build, you know, you build some crit rate, because you don't get 100% from here, but you don't have to build that much crit rate and crit damage on him. You can focus more on giving him mastery, which is going to make his buns do more damage, and at the same time he's going to gain actual raw damage. So that's why Body is definitely one of those ones that are worth getting those the exclusive one. Okay, let me see. Nobody else here. Maybe Xia, Yoko are worth mentioning, but I don't think they're like top. They become top tier at exclusive one only. There's definitely better ones out there. Then another one that I have in here, over here actually in the Sunset Sages, I was gonna put some of these people, but I'm not sure if they deserve to be like in the top 10. Maybe there are the ones that come in the, like, you know, 11, 12, 13. One of them is Alahan. His A1 becomes basically an full buff remover on his basic. If you pair him with a counterattack such as Catherine, he's gonna become insane. Plus he gives heal every time he does the A1, so he's definitely worth mentioning to keep an eye out for. Another one that's really good, that can be really good, is Guhana. She also gets, you know, on her ultimate she gets a cleanse for 5 layers of dot debuffs, so that's worth keeping in mind. Then we also have, who else? Elbeck. Elbeck's A2 becomes insane. So apart from just giving a shield, he puts ally protection and immortal on himself. So again, these ones I guess are kind of like honorable mentions in my opinion. If you guys believe they should be in the list, like I said, leave it in the comments below, and I'm gonna add them to the list next time I'm gonna talk about it. Another honorable mention again is Taff. He resets the duration of all dot debuffs. So it doesn't matter. Poison, HP burn, bleeds. He just resets those cooldowns. He can be good, but I don't think this makes him worthy of getting a top 10, because you know what? I'm gonna show you some more ones that are in here that might make you understand why I'm saying that. Another one that's in the top 10, that's Margarita. Well, Margarita's pretty simple. She's an insane AoE damage dealer, but unless you have her exclusive one, she's not that good. She can do damage, but not as much as she does when she's exclusive one, because this one gives her another layer of attack and another layer of blade, which makes her straight up get closer to this one to activate it and do massive damage. Because if you look at this, if she's fully scrolled up, this activates at 4 layers, where once you get her exclusive one, she gets all those 4 layers. So basically, apart from just doing this damage, she does another layer of damage, which is insane. And basically, if she's built well and paired with the right people, she can just one-shot a wave or a team in arena. So that's why Margarita is still in the top 10 in my opinion. Definitely worth it to be there. Let me see, anybody else from here? No, honorable mention, I suppose, Elena as well. She gains on her A2 AoE decrease speed, which can be massive, but I don't think that makes her worthy to be in the top 10. Then another one over here, again, not quick honorable mention, Hisaru. He activates bleeds once he's exclusive one on his A2, but again, that doesn't make him strong enough to hit the top 10, in my opinion. However, we have Tak over here. Well, Tak is another one, kind of like Nasil, that, you know what, he's pretty good, but he's not as good unless you have him exclusive one because of his A2. So when he gets a turn and does the A2, he has a 50% chance, once scrolled up, to inflict freeze on all enemies or all allies. And you're thinking like, well, that's dumb. Why would you want to freeze your allies? Well, the exclusive one explains why. Tak acts one extra turn after casting Frost Guard. So basically, you freeze everybody if you have enough effect hit, and then you get an extra turn, and the extra turn takes him to use his ultimate, which cleanses all those freezes. So that's why Tak's definitely somebody that, you know, without the exclusive, he's not that good. With the exclusive one, again, he shoots up in ranks, he's just amazing. Again, for arena, for dungeons, doesn't matter, he's gonna be just huge for the sake of that. Now, anybody else in here? No, let's move along. Okay, here we have quite a few ones that might be worth mentioning, but you know what, I'm just gonna go, not a few ones, maybe like a couple in here with Quinlan, with Tak, but, not Tak, what's his name? Turf. But one that definitely deserves to be mentioned, she's kind of like the arena goddess for most people if they have her, and that's Ascendo. Why is she so good, exclusive one? Well, basically, she's the queen of silencing, if you look at her kit overall. She has you know, silence coming out of her tentacles from her hair, but at the exclusive one, this passive gives her 30% extra turn meter at the beginning of each wave. So basically, unless you're facing a, I don't know, Nasil that freezes you, or space that's faster, or somebody that's faster than you, you can build her in such a way that she will always be the one going first. So because of that, she will always have that AoE silence on all the enemy team, and they cannot move. They're basically stuck doing their A1s. If you think about that, even for the sake of dungeons, that's amazing. If they just come at you with A1s, they're not going to do their big smacks, they're not going to do all their other crazy debuffs or, you know, stuns or whatever. So that's why Ascendo is deserving to be in the top 10, in my opinion. Then that's about it. Like, I don't know too much about Mamak. I've seen a little bit about his exclusive one. I'm not sure that still makes him worthy to be in the top 10. If you think he deserves to be in the top 10, just leave it in the comments below. Then we move on to the Nameless Brotherhood. Over here again, nobody worth mentioning, in my opinion. You get Timmy that can be good with exclusive one. He becomes a shield remover for the sake of red mark. So as a niche situation, yes, he can be used for that, but otherwise he's not deserving to be in the top 10, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to Wizard's Eye, well, it's funny that we kind of have, like, you know, all the best ones that deserve exclusive one are kind of grouped up in the same factions. We had the Dragon Tribe, where I had 3, now we had the Wizard's Eye that has 3 again. So let's start at the top with Slavel. Slavel is an amazing single target damage dealer. She has damage on the A1, pretty solid, and the second stage is guaranteed to crit. She has amazing damage on her ultimate, that again is guaranteed to crit. So basically, you don't have to build her with any crit rate, just tons of crit damage and attack, and she's gonna smack. But what happens at exclusive one with her is this A2 over here. So she grants control immunity for 2 turns and then increases allies attack by 40%. This is a rare skill. Like, I think there's only like 3 heroes in the game that do AoE increase attack by 40%. She does that, but if she is exclusive one, she extends the duration of the control immunity to 3 turns. So that means she can never be controlled. As long as she gets this, you can never freeze, stun, you can never put any CC on her. And at the same time, she grants an extra turn. So she's gonna keep control immunity all the time on herself, and she's gonna keep the increased attack all the time on all of your champions. Basically, this means she's gonna do increased attack, and then she's gonna go straight up in the ultimate, and most of the time she's gonna one-shot something. Unless it's a boss or, like, you know, something really high level, she's just amazing. She's like, you know, this one's Veilshot's favorite champion, still wants her, but yeah, I have her, I'm using her in my guild boss, I'm using her in arena. She's definitely amazing paired with a DPS, such as, like, I'm using with Lukea. You can pair with Lucifer or any other raw damage dealer that obviously has the damage increased by attack. At the same time, you can use her with bleed champions or burners, because the increased attack boosts the damage for those dots as well. But yeah, Slavel's definitely one of those ones that's in the top 10. Then we have Nidroll that again, in this recent rework, like I think it happened like a month or 2 months ago, the Bleed got a massive rework, and at the same time some of the some of the hero kits got some reworks. And because of that, Nidroll had shot up in like top tier. He's arguably the best, if not like one of the top 3 bleeders in the game because of this one specifically. Like 80% of his damage dealt is considered bleed damage. What that means that his damage being considered bleed, it ignores defense, which is massive. It ignores defense, and that's huge damage. But when he gets exclusive 1, he gains an additional layer on his A2. He additionally casts Sword Mastery 1 more time after casting it. So instead of doing just an AoE, he does 2 AoEs. But if there are bleeds, he basically casts this 5 times. So this one becomes a 230% damage. Multiply this by 5. That's like over 1,000% damage AoE. That's just insane. That's just insane. Okay, sorry, it's a little bit less because it's halved, but still, this one can deal massive damage. It's kind of like the same as with Margarita, that gains that extra layer of blades and does that passive and massive damage. It's kind of the same thing with Nidroll. As soon as you have an exclusive one, his A2's damage is going to be just insane. It's definitely worth it. And then the last one on the list, but again, not in particular order, but one of the newer additions, like, you know, if you're watching this still in January, and that's Gilliman, or however you would say the name. But she is an amazing damage dealer as well, even though it's like, you know, it says removal, debuff, and she's qualified as a support. She does crazy damage, guys. She just does insane damage. I haven't done this myself personally, but I've seen Karzak the Bull do some testing with her. And, you know, the damage is out of this world. She's just insane. So when she gets the exclusive 1, she increases the number of Wisdom Runestones additionally generated by the Bursting Knowledge, which is the A2, from 4 to 6. And all Wisdom Runestones have an additional 40% piercing rate. Piercing rate is insane. That means you're ignoring 40% of their defense additionally, which means you're going to do an insane amount of damage. This one, again, has potential to just one-shot waves or one-shot arena teams if used in the right way. But yeah, there's definitely maybe some other ones that might be worth mentioning, and maybe I forgot. Like I said, if you think that I forgot someone, just leave it in the comments below. Again, I want to clarify, this was the top 10 of people that you can pull through wishes, not exclusive ones such as Catherine, Agatha, not limited time ones such as Nicholas, such as Little Jack. So just ones that you can pull, and you can use Legend Phantom Dragon Eyes on. If you're watching this in the future and they change this somehow in the game and you can use, you know, Legend Phantom Dragon Eye on Nicholas, then definitely do it. He's busted. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.